I am going to warn you now that if I may have to stop to take a shit. So
Okay.
my stomach is like, woo, yeah. So
The name of this next horse is Hoof Hearted, but listen to the call.
Hoof Hearted on the extreme outside. Colorado Co-Ed, Toast a Dozen on the inside. Quester's Jet, Hoof Hearted on the outside, it's close. Hoof Hearted in the winner's circle.
¡Claro que sí! ¡Ay, ja, ja! ¡Sí, señor!
what is up, pod people? This is another episode of Hoof Hearted. I am Doc, and with me is Mex. Mex, what's going on, dude?
Dude, what's popping?
Uh,
What's going on?
what's popping? My bubble gut. Um,
Oh shit.
yeah. Okay, so first off, just want to say Mex is having some technical difficulties with his computer. So he is on his phone. Hopefully everything sounds good enough. So he does cut out a little bit, so we might have to repeat things. I don't know. We'll see. But we got to get a show out, and that's what we're gonna do. And we've been talking about states, and we're on California. That's our first one. But before we start, I want to go ahead and put our social media stuff out there. We got Instagram, of course. I am Doc Farted on Instagram. Mex is the _ Mexalorian. You could hit us up on there. You can also check out the Hoof Hearted podcast on Instagram. And then we also have a phone number that is active now. The phone number is area code 661 379 0020. And we actually had a message on there. Somebody texted. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Here we go. So somebody texted. I don't know who this is. They didn't leave a name. The text goes, I love you, babe, and I probably won't be showing up until I come with the lasagna. Babe, I never made it off the street. I woke up freezing at the steps and realized it was too late to go to the store and was too embarrassed to come back empty-handed. Sorry. I need you right now. Dad, I love you. What? I don't know what this person was texting me. So there's Dad, I love you, and Babe in this. It was so confusing. I did text back, you okay? Like that was it. So I'm like, I got no response back. So whoever that is out there, I thought about calling them just to make sure they were okay. They were freezing on the steps, and apparently they are in love with their dad. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, it was super weird. It was a weird text, and we get wrong, we get people texting us sometimes. It's wrong number. Same thing with phone calls. But yeah, you can call us and leave us a text as random as that, and I will read it. Doesn't matter. So you could call us or text us. Again, it's 661 379 0020. And I will read it, or I will play it, depending on what it is.
What we should try is Doc delivers bad news. If you have some bad news you want us to deliver, Doc will do it.
Yeah, you don't have to put your name in there at all. You don't have to tell me who you are. I could just go ahead and read off. If you got a secret.
Or have you ever seen the prank phone calls? I heard one where this lady was getting a call for a pizza from for a prison, and she's like, I can't do it. You guys can't get pizza, and the guy's like, yeah, we can. You discriminating against us? You discriminating against people in prison?" She's like, "I hope you drop the soap." And they just keep going for a minute. And he's like, "You know what? When I get out, I'm gonna have to tell you your friend pranked you right now." And yeah, this shit was fucking funny, dude. Oh my god, I need to send it to you. I
Yeah,
probably did on Facebook actually.
I haven't heard that one.
No, I think I just saw it just like 2 days ago. So either
Okay.
when I came back from a trip or while I was there.
Okay. All right.
So it's very recent. But dude, that was fucking funny.
So I know we were talking before the show. You had your Vegas trip where you were selling at the conference, and we'll when we get to Nevada, we'll go ahead and talk more about that. But
Yeah.
what else has been going on? Anything else, or was that pretty much all that's been going on?
Well, been watching some movies.
Yeah, what'd you watch?
Uh, the most recent was Mufasa, which is actually weird but pretty badass. Like I wouldn't lie, it's pretty cool. I liked it. Made
Yeah.
me want to watch the Lion King, like not the animated, but the live action, well,
Oh, okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and then, but what was it? I mean, it was good. Sorry. And then the other one was One of Them Days. Have you seen the trailer for that one?
No, I don't even know what it is.
It's about two girls that one of them like gives their rent money to their boyfriend, and they like go and buy a bunch of, oh no, they started like a clothing brand,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of like a full on uh brand, they just like do fake Gucci. So so he's trying to sell like fake Gucci shit, and he's like, "This is gonna load us up for life." And they get all pissed off and go on like a crazy ass adventure to try to get their money back.
Okay.
Actually, really fucking funny. I didn't think it was gonna be as funny as it was.
Okay.
If you get the chance, I think I just saw it was on Prime, but if you
Okay.
get the chance to watch it, it's pretty funny.
Okay. Oh,
Um, I guess because my girlfriend was one that was like, "Oh, we gotta watch it," because I think the one of the girls, Kiki Palmer, was a Disney star, and then the other one's a music
okay.
person. So that's why it's like, yeah, I didn't think it'd be as funny as it was, but it was.
But it was pretty good. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, go check it out.
All right. No problem.
But
Um,
besides that, not any other thing besides some series. Spider-Man on Disney, waiting for Daredevil shit, Fantastic
wait,
Four and other fucking shit. What?
Is the Spider-Man one, is that animated?
Yeah, it's the animated.
Okay.
It's like his
All right.
freshman year of high school.
Okay.
Yeah,
Also, isn't there like a new season of Invincible?
yeah, but I haven't watched that since the first season.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to.
Because it was and they even made jokes about it, I think, in the second season. I've seen a clip, but they're like, "Oh, when is the season of this coming out?" And they're like, "Oh, well, with like budgets and everything, blah blah blah, it takes longer." And it's like, well, they're at least they're being truthful in the show, because it took way too fucking long for
Yeah,
the
but
second season to
yeah,
come out.
but the third
But
season
I
came
think
out like right
I was gonna
after.
say, I think they started doing it for like, oh, second and third, we're gonna keep this up, like
Yeah.
keep going.
Well, I think because at first they don't know how well received it's gonna be,
Yeah,
and it got pretty good reviews. So, I mean, it was a good show. I saw the second season. I haven't seen the third yet. I'll have to watch it. But yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check that out. So, anyways, well, let's go ahead and get started. We are on that series of states, and we've got a lot of states to go through. So, right now we got through all the A states. If you didn't check it out, go ahead, whatever, you know. But now we are on California, the state that we live in, and the flag, if you haven't seen it, it's a white flag with a red line on the bottom. It says California Republic, and it has a big old grizzly bear on the front, or on it, like right in the middle, and then
well,
1 star, which is what I would rate it at this point.
I thought you were already rating it.
Yeah. Actually, in all honesty, like, I mean, of course, we would have a lot to say about California. We live here, and we've talked about Bakersfield, where we, the town that we live in. I'm originally from the Bay Area, but it is interesting to go from Northern California to Southern California. The vibe is totally different. California is one of the biggest states, and because of that, it feels so different when you go from one part to the next part, and the people are very different. Um, Outside of San Francisco and LA, most of California is actually very conservative and Republican. Um, LA and LA and San Francisco and the surrounding areas, they're all very what is it, liberal, progressive, whatever you want to call it, more Democrat. They're the ones that pretty much control the rest of the state. But yeah, California is huge, and California's uh, like their the amount of money that California makes is more than a lot of countries. So we have a lot of stuff that we produce and we send out. So, but apparently we're not sending it out to Canada anymore. Uh, so, um, yeah, I don't know what that is all about. I don't
Flipping
want to get into it.
over fucking airplanes and shit, them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I don't
What?
know. I don't know what's going on up there. I don't really
Did you
watch.
see the plane crash?
What?
Did you hear about the plane crash?
The plane crash. Yeah, it was a Delta, right? A Delta airline.
Yeah, but it was in Canada.
Yeah, it was in Canada, but and then I think it hit and then flipped over.
I heard
That
it
would
just
fucking
like belly flop. But yeah,
yeah,
then
yeah,
the video I saw was like flipped over. So yeah, it makes sense.
yeah. And then it was like on ice, man. It was insane to watch. But um,
Who say women can't drive?
what was that?
Huh? No, California, right?
Yeah, we're on California, not Canada. Um, yeah. So let's see. Here's some like tours and activities. You got Yosemite, you've got Lake Tahoe, and you've got Sequoia Park. All of these are little tours that you could take. Um, the bird is the California quail. Um, let's see. The fruit is an avocado, which I didn't even know avocado was a fruit, but apparently it's a fruit, and that is our state fruit, which
That's
is
what's weird too. Then is why the fuck are we getting our avocados from Mexico? If we getting, we should be getting them from the source,
Yeah,
California.
California. Yeah, but when people
Are they
think of
saying
like,
Mexico because a Mexican picked it? Ah,
I don't know, I have no idea, but um, what was it? California. Like when people think of like California, like food, they like avocado toast. That's what people will think of is
yeah, fucking hipster. Yeah, I guess.
avocado toast, or just avocado on anything makes it Californian. Let's see here. Here's some news about California that's going on right now. Currently, today's date, as of recording, is Thursday, the 20th of February. Um, so Trump called to action on California high speed rail. U.S. opens probe into whether to rescind $4 billion in California high speed rail grants. Okay, so we voted on a high speed rail in California. I remember voting on this the first time I ever voted. That was back in the last century. So this was this was back in like I don't know. I can't remember what year it was, but it was a long time ago. And
Sounds like 95. What?
no. I was let's see, I turned 18 in 97, and I believe it was 98 when we were voting on this stuff. Could have been 2000. I'm not sure. But
Mm,
yeah, so
okay.
I don't know.
It's just 94. That sounds more accurate.
What was that?
I should have said 94 or 98. That would have sounded more accurate.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Um,
What does to me?
Listen, man, this is the Hoof Hearted podcast. Accuracy is not what we do.
Wait, What was this vote again? Against gays? What are we doing?
actually, that was on the ballot as well.
I
the
figured, but
gay marriage and high speed rail were on the same ballot. Also, free
oh
range,
no shit.
yeah, free range chicken.
The gays got confused.
Yeah, I know, different rail, huh?
Fucking aliens? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's been in talk. They've been talking about a high speed rail in California for a long time, and then if finally it passed, and then they started on it. Now, there has been billions of dollars spent already on this high speed rail, and the only thing they have to show for it is one little section of like an overpass, and that's it. Not worth billions of dollars, that's for sure. Now, I will say this though: if you are going to end up doing a high speed rail in California, you do have to take an environment. You do have to have an environmental study. That's going to cost a lot of money because the rail is supposed to go from LA all the way up to San Francisco. It's supposed to go through, I can't remember exactly where it's supposed to go through, but there will be a stop here in Bakersfield. And I found out where that stop is supposed to be actually, over where Deja Vu is at.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so they'd have to tear down Deja Vu and all of those
no.
all of the, and for people who don't know what
we're
Deja
just gonna get flashed like as we were going by and the train just fucking titties
no.
just
Yeah, so for people who don't know, Deja Vu is a strip club. It's the biggest strip club here in Bakersfield. Their slogan has always
it's a worldwide thing, or at least nationwide.
I do think that it is a franchise of titty clubs, but their slogan is what was it like
Double check for the double D's.
It's plenty of beautiful girls and 3 ugly ones. Like that's their slogan. But
yeah.
From
that was the weirdest thing because now that we're talking about this real fast,
yeah,
when I worked at a gas station, I had a favorite stripper because I had like 3 fucking come in at night, and one was like the chillest one.
Yeah.
And I didn't fucking know. I thought she was just some old bitch, but no, she was an older stripper, like almost manager, I think.
Yeah.
And what was sad was like one day they came in, her mom and her daughter came in, and she looked fucked up. I was like, what the fuck?
The daughter or the
They
mom?
The mom, the stripper.
Okay.
She looked fucked up. And I guess they were in like a fucking total accident.
Oh,
Like car was fucked up. They were lucky to get out of it, and to the point where I was like, oh fuck, I hope you guys are okay. And then when they left, I was just like, I can't believe I feel bad for a stripper right now, but I hope they're all right. I love them. Like they're so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the weirdest thing. People should work at gas stations more.
Yeah, dude, you see all sorts of characters. Cool. Yeah, for sure. Huh? For sure. You see all sorts of characters. Yeah. I've picked up a few. I've picked up a couple of dancers. They call themselves dancers. And
yeah.
Uber.
He was calling some dancer. Yeah. I was just like, hey, hang on a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, oh, do you do ballet? Do you do ballet? No, but
the younger coworker that I worked with was like, man, I wonder what kind of dance, dude.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so anyways, let's get back to California. So let's see some other
strippers and hookers. Let's go.
Strippers and hookers, yeah. Anyways, so the high-speed rail is supposed to go through Bakersfield, have a stop here, have a stop in a couple other places, and then end in San Francisco. The high-speed rail is supposed to allow people to commute basically from LA to San Francisco and be able to get there in a third of the time that it takes to get there. Now, they are going to also build a high-speed rail from LA to Las Vegas. That's supposed to take, I believe, 2 hours. Driving from LA to Vegas, I think it takes 6 or 7 hours. I don't know. Off the
It
top of my head,
has
I
to
don't know.
take six.
What?
It has to take six because the the dip from LA to and like Bakersfield from Barstow, it's like 40 like fucking it was just like 40 minutes for us to fucking get here, you know?
Yeah.
And
Well,
my friends, they were leaving in LA and they said as soon as we fucking dip out from that spot is like another 2 hours. So I think it's like six and a half.
yeah. Well,
So,
From Bakersfield to Vegas is about 5 hours. So depends on how fast you drive, of course. But with the high speed train,
I said 92 fucking much.
yeah.
Shit.
But
Yeah, and in my truck, man. I can't believe that.
yeah, I know I can't either actually. But high speed rail,
Hills.
consistent speed the whole time, whatever. But it's been in the works for so long and they haven't done anything. And now with Trump, I guess going in and checking how government is spending, yeah, this is one of the things. And so
Aren't we spending it at like 5 million on BBC or something like that?
um,
How much do we need to give these? Ryan, I'm done with that one.
the
All
big
right.
the big black okay, yeah, we don't
Yeah,
want to, yeah, anyways, let's see what
I was gonna
other
say reparations.
news. Yeah, other news is uh California woman was victim of broad daylight murder for hire plot. All right.
What?
That's some more news that was in that's related to California. A California judge pulled a gun and shot his wife during an argument. Um,
Honestly, I want to know what the argument is.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, to see if it was
Could have been
justified.
valid.
Yep,
Yep.
exactly. Is California a good?
After Amber Heard, I don't believe all of them anymore.
Maybe she shat on the bed. Who knows?
She shot on his foot. That's fucked up. You could clean the foot, but you can't get that feeling out of there.
Yeah. Is Here we go. Is California a good state to start an online business? And then you can see the rankings. I'm not going to. Yeah. So, anyways, that's what's going on in California as of today. California. Let's see. I am trying to find some information on California. All right. So, California was the 31st state. It was brought in on September 9th, 1850, which is right after the gold rush. And the motto of California is Eureka, which means I found it, which is from the gold rush. California pretty much became a state because of gold. But already, like, there were already like cities and stuff like that, of course. That's the way all states are. The states before they become part of the Union or the United States, they all were inhabited. So, but well before they were states. The nickname is the Golden State, for the sunshine, for one, and then also, oh, there's a big ass truck going by my house. Okay, it's the Golden State because of the gold. Also because there's a lot of sunshine. Um, it has an anthem, which I don't want to listen to. Let's see what else. Okay. California borders Oregon and Nevada and Arizona. And then it shares a border also with Baja California. which is actually a Mexican state.
Oh,
So, like,
right.
if, huh?
Baja Fresh.
Yeah. Also,
Love
also Mexico.
it.
Um, Baja California is, if people look at the map and you see like this this little tiny bit of, it looks like a little
Sure.
like a peninsula that is Baja. So it's, yeah. I think actually like that is technically all we don't actually border Mexico. I think we just border Baja California, which is part of Mexico. Yeah, looks like it. There's a lot of touristy stuff there. And then you got Tijuana there, which a lot of people go to TJ if they live in San Diego, or if they live in LA, they'll just go down to Tijuana and buy their drugs cheaper, and I mean like prescription drugs. Or if they want to get like a medical procedure, they could go down there. It's way cheaper. Way
Just don't
cheaper.
say that it's cheaper and then they'll charge you.
I'm sorry, what?
Just don't say that it's cheaper and then they'll charge you more.
I don't know for sure. I think that they'll charge you the same. So if you want to see,
I don't know. I've heard things like
oh, okay.
people like bragging like, yeah, I come here because it's cheaper, and then like, fuck you.
Oh yeah,
Then they turn it around and kind of raise the prices. That way, you're paying the same, but in pesos or whatever. Fuck.
gotcha. Also,
But probably not all.
if you want to see
So,
a donkey show, you could go to TJ. You could go to Tijuana. If you don't know what a donkey show is, then watch Clerks 2. All right, so California has over 39 million residents across an area of 163,696 square miles. It is the most populous U.S. state, and it is the third largest by area and the most populated subnational entity in North America. Prior to European colonization, California was the most culturally and linguistically diverse areas in pre-Columbian North America. European exploration in the 16th and 17th centuries led to the colonization by the Spanish Empire. The area became a part of Mexico in 1821, following its successful war for independence, but was ceded to the United States in 1848 after the Mexican-American War. The California Gold Rush started in 1848 and led to social and demographic changes, including depopulation of indigenous tribes. The western portion of Alta California was then organized and admitted as a 31st state in 1850 as a free state, following the Compromise of 1850. The greater Los Angeles and San Francisco Bay Area are the nation's second and fifth most populous urban regions, with 19 million and 10 million residents, respectively. Los Angeles is the state's most populous city and the nation's second most. California's capital is Sacramento. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, we've got redwoods. They're pretty interesting. And we also got desert. And 2/3 of the nation's earthquakes, the earthquake risks are in California. So we are earthquake state. So, and then people end up, I don't know, like I tell people I want to move to Oklahoma and they're like, ooh, tornadoes. I'm like, dude, I get a warning with a tornado. I get no warning with an earthquake. And I've been through a few of them. And I'm always like, I mean, as a California resident, you're always like, okay, when is the big one going to hit? You know? So,
no, not me. I'm kind of just like, fuck you guys. Just,
yeah.
who cares?
Anyways, so,
Go on, baby.
yeah. There's a lot of there's been a lot of natives. There's still a lot of tribes here. There are of course the Spanish and Mexican people here, and a lot of influence on all of that.
Oh, you know.
There's been a lot of influence in California over that stuff. Now, one of the things that people love about California is the weather. So the the weather varies a lot. So you look at August, like let's say LA, August, that's going to be the hottest. You're looking at about 83, 80. So if you go to the beaches, 75. If you go to the Bay Area and part of it that's like away from the water, you're looking at around 80. But if you go to the water, like San Francisco, you're looking at 67. That's August. That's the hottest that it gets. But then when you go to, uh, like, you go to Bakersfield or Fresno, like inland in the valley, you're looking at an average of high 90s. That's an average. That's during August, one of the hottest months. If you go to Death Valley, which is the hottest place on earth, that is in California, its average temperature in August, the high 115. That's the average. If you go to the coldest month, which is January, the coldest that it gets pretty much everywhere is going to be, it's going to range from like the um upper, like the lower 50s, upper 40s, all the way down to the to like the high 30s. So you're not going to get a lot of uh, not going to get a lot of snow or anything like that, but you do get that in the mountains. Like in Mammoth Lake, the low can get down to 15. It's never so cold that it's like negative this or that. If it is a negative, then you're looking at like some kind of freak weather. So we get snow in the mountains, not really down past a certain elevation. So there are ski resorts here in California, and like Big Bear, Mammoth Lakes, stuff like that. So, but we got a lot of different animals, a lot of different like like I don't know how to say it, but
Oh,
it just varies. We got desert, we got forests, we got beaches, we got everything. Like California is a great place to go to visit. Don't live here because it's too fucking expensive. So, anyways, I think that's about it. That's all I want to say about California. A lot of people, big state. So we're gonna close out on California. We're gonna move on. Oh, I did. You know what? I forgot because I was gonna ask you because I did last time. When I say California, what do you think of?
probably mostly the beaches.
The beaches? Okay.
Yeah.
When I think of California, I think expensive, and I want to leave. I'm born and raised in
Yeah. I
California,
mean,
and yeah, I just
that's like the deep down wanting
yeah,
hope, but
I do.
the thought is, there's nice beaches here.
I think
But
really, honestly, like when I think of California, the thing I think of the most is how much variety the state has as far as, um, and I just cannot put my finger on the word, but like how we have forests and we have beaches and we have desert and we have cities and towns, and it's just like there's so much variety, so many different people, different cultures, different food. It is a great state, but like honestly, the politics I don't like, um, and Uh, also, like, and I'm not a conservative, but like it's way like just I don't know. Just the government wants to get too much into my business, and I just don't want it. And also, like I don't know. It's just there's just so much I could go on and on about stuff. I just don't want to. I don't want to keep talking about it. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to Colorado. Colorado is the next state. And Colorado's flag is two blue,
Oh,
a blue
yeah.
line on the front, or I'm sorry, a blue line on top, a blue line on the bottom, a white line through the middle, and then a big red C with a yellow dot in the middle. And I think it's a pretty cool flag. Pretty simple. It's cool. Um, when I say Colorado, what do you think of?
Weed.
What?
First, weed. First
Weed?
place to
Really?
really everything.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I remember.
yeah, I think. Well, yeah, it was a pretty to make it recreational. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That and I guess just cold.
yeah. I think of the Rocky Mountains. That's what I
Cold.
think of. Yeah, and it is cold. Yeah. Um. So here's some tourist things in Colorado. You've got Colorado Springs, the Garden of the Gods. You've got a Colorado Jeep tour through Royal Gorge Loop, and then you've got Colorado's Birds of Prey, and that is a full day. That one right there, that's $475 for that one, but it is a full day uh, tour, and that one also comes with a lunch. I don't know if you get to eat one of the birds. That'd be cool. I've been
Cool.
I've been to the Garden of the Gods, and it's I thought it was pretty awesome. I mean, for a lot of people, it might be kind of boring, but if you like to hike or anything like that, or if you just find like like natural beauty to be interesting, then Colorado is an amazing place. So I definitely, if you are in Colorado for any reason, go to Colorado Springs, go to the Garden of the Gods. It's pretty awesome. And also, there's a lot of there's like native, like indigenous tribes and stuff like that there. So they'll have like powwows and shit like that. So it's pretty cool. Um, let's see what else we got. Colorado was admitted to the Union August 1st, 1876. It is the 38th state. And in Colorado news, Colorado City helps dozens of families relocate after trendy Argona apartment infestation. So I guess there was an apartment that was infested with something. Um, Closing arguments made in murder trial for a former Colorado deputy. Colorado weather. Freezing temperatures continue. Another wave of snow incoming. And yeah, like you said, Colorado is cold, and they get a lot of like blizzards and shit. Um, let's go ahead and see what Wikipedia says. The nickname for Colorado is the Centennial State. The motto is nothing without Providence. I don't know what that means. And
I really want a state's motto to be like, why?
you wanted
I don't know why.
the state
Just
motto for
why
Colorado to be
bother?
why bother?
Yeah, some shit. Just
Something.
give. It's probably South Dakota's.
Yeah, I think you're right. Um, their slogan is "Colorful Colorado." The bird is lark bunting. I don't know what that is. The the thing that I was surprised to find out about Colorado is how many like cowboys there are in Colorado and how like old west it is, because they have a lot of like cattle ranches and shit like that out there in Colorado
Yeah.
that I never really would have thought of. Because like when I think of Colorado, I think of like ski resorts, I think of Rocky Mountains, I think of cold, I think of beautiful landscapes. Yeah, that's what I think of. But I was kind of surprised. Colorado is a state in the western United States. It is one of the mountain states, sharing the Four Corners region with Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah. It is also bordered by Wyoming, Nebraska, and Kansas, and just a tad bit of Oklahoma. That part in Oklahoma, the little panhandle is what they call it, that is bordering Colorado.
Borderline racism.
That's right. Colorado is noted for its landscapes of mountains, forests, high plains, mesas, canyons, plateaus, rivers, and desert lands. It encompasses most of the southern Rocky Mountains, as well as the northeastern portion of the Colorado Plateau and the western edge of the Great Plains. Colorado is the 8th largest U.S. state by area and the 21st by population. The United States Census Bureau estimates the population of Colorado to be 5,957,493 as of July 1st, 2024. The region has been inhabited by Native Americans and their ancestors for at least 13,500 years and possibly much longer. The eastern edge of the Rocky Mountains was a major migration route for early peoples who spread throughout the Americas. In 1848, much of the Nuevo Mexico region was annexed to the United States with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. The Pikes Peak Gold Rush of 1858 and 1862 created an influx of settlers. So they had their gold rush it wasn't that much later than California's. So soon after California had their gold rush, Colorado had theirs. On February 28, 1861, U.S. President James Buchanan signed an act creating the Territory of Colorado. And August 1st, 1876, President Ulysses S. Grant signed Proclamation 230, admitting Colorado to the Union as the 38th state. The Spanish adjective Colorado means colored red or ruddy. Colorado is nicknamed the Centennial State because it became a state 100 years and 4 weeks after the signing of the United States Declaration of Independence. So, 100th birthday of America, and they're like, let's get a new state. And also, Colorado means colored red. There's a lot of like red rocks and stuff like that there. So that's probably why it was named that. Denver is the capital, the most populous city, and the center of the Front Range urban corridor. Colorado Springs is the second most populous city in the state. Residents of the state are known as Coloradans. Let's see. Major parts of the economy include government and defense, mining, agriculture, tourism, and other kinds of manufacturing. With increasing temperatures and decreasing water availability, Colorado agriculture, forestry, and tourism economies are expected to be heavily affected by climate change. Okay, so whatever you stand on as far as climate change goes, I don't think that that's the big issue. I think the big issue is that the Colorado River that goes through Colorado and stuff, like, what? No, does it go through Colorado? Hold on a second. Now I gotta look.
I think the real issue is farts.
Did you say farts?
Yeah, specifically women's. Y'all isn't fucking rancid. It's really fucking up our ecosystem.
Women farts?
Yeah. Hold that shit in.
Hold on. I wanna look this up real quick.
Fart thing? Please.
Women farts?
Yeah. Well, I mean, is it fucking up our ecosystem? That's what I
don't know.
That's probably doing something to the ozone layer. You know? Taking a little bit by bit. And then the sun's gonna eventually burn us alive. The Simpsons was right when they put a dome on us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the Colorado River starts in Colorado. I
River
think
to the sea.
I mean, yeah, it goes through Vegas as well, like Lake Mead, and they have the Hoover Dam out there. And a lot of the water that we get in California comes from the Colorado River. And I honestly think that it's greed that's creating that issue, not global warming. And I don't and I oh, I'm sorry, climate change, because global warming means that everything's getting warmer. Climate change means that you can say, oh, it's getting too cold, or oh, it's getting too hot, or oh, it's not raining enough, oh, it's raining too much. You can say it whatever you want.
Water's wet.
They just say climate change so they could cover their ass, and then they can charge you extra for whatever the fuck they want. It's dumb. I think I'm gonna cut all that out.
Oh, well, fuck, man.
It's
I
just
think that's perfect. You should.
It's just because it ends up being, it's a rant. I don't need to go on. Let's go ahead and go to the Colorado weather and see what it's all about. We're going to just go to the extreme temperatures, and the record high for Colorado was in July, July. I don't know what year, but their record was 115. Their record low. Oh, this is in Celsius. What? Oh no, I'm sorry. That was Fahrenheit. My bad. Yeah, their record high was 115. Their record low.
Hey, they're dead over there that year. Fuck.
Yeah, but dude, check their record low was negative 61.
Damn.
Yeah. So you got the hottest places. You got Pueblo, and you got Grand Junction. Those are like the more, like, I think they're more desert. Not entirely sure, but low 90s on average in July and August. And then the coldest that it gets in December and January on average, you're looking at about negative 19. So like in Alamosa, you're looking at negative 19. Colorado Springs is nice, although it does get cold. You're looking at negative 8. The hottest it gets, 85. So Denver, that's the state capital, Coldest it gets, -7. Hottest it gets, about 92. So not bad. I'm in the politics. I don't want to be in the politics. I don't like how they. Oh, never mind. Colorado has a lot of indigenous people, but it's mostly white. And let's see, percentage wise, what?
The way you said it. They have some indigenous people.
Yeah, it's
mostly white.
Yeah, it's mostly white. Okay, so
I know,
okay,
like
so
one indigenous person's probably my cousin.
yeah, probably.
Go
Yeah.
on. And then her
56.
husband's white,
Okay.
but
56%. 56% is white. Black is 4.8. Asian is 3.9. American Indian is 0.5. So there's a lot less than I thought, but Hispanic is 30. So it is mostly white and Hispanic. So you
getting
probably,
up there in the food chain somewhere, boys. Good job.
yeah, man, you could get some tacos out in Colorado. Probably not any good.
Yeah,
But
probably like shit, but get what you can get.
yep. Let's move on. Let's move on to Connecticut. Connecticut's flag is blue. Let me see here. I'm trying to look at the flag, get a better. It's blue. Looks like it has some kind of coat of arms with like trees on it, and then some kind of like the coat of arms is like white. I don't know. News about Connecticut. Connecticut map shows town by town look at demographics, population, and income. All right, that's definitely newsworthy, right? Martha Stewart restaurant will open in Connecticut's Foxwoods Casino. Sweet, they got casinos there. God damn, dude. Here's a good news story. Seal returns to Connecticut streets.
What?
Apparently, they've got a seal, like a sea lion, out there.
As like the town mascot or some shit.
No, it's just like coming up from the ocean and yeah,
Like some Hachi dog.
yeah.
Trying to wait for his owner. Have you ever heard of that dog?
What, the
Or is it
hockey?
just a movie?
No.
But because I know there's a movie of a dog that like his owner was a doctor and as like told him stay until I come back, and then the owner died, and like the dog just stayed there for like 10 years, and like everyone around him like decided to take care of him for the doctor.
No,
Um
I don't know
uh
about that.
I've only seen a few clips. I don't think anyone ever picks him up. Like he like stays in that spot.
Yeah,
But is it like that type of situation? I wonder if someone owned the seal
nobody owned the
and
seal.
just
It's
like
just a random fucking seal, dude.
that'd be funny as fuck if someone owned it. Or
Yeah.
or it's the seal from that one movie, the Kevin Smith movie that the guy turned someone into a seal. You know what I'm talking about? Tusk? Tusk.
Dude, yeah, it wasn't a seal. It was a walrus.
Well then people are confused. This is walrus.
I
Just like
don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. But
uh,
tours and activities for
there needs to
for
be actual supervillains in this world, man. I fucking hate
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Swear to
There's
God.
a
This is not
murder
fun.
mystery experience for $14. You've got Newport's famous scenic narrated trolley tour. That's $32.
Unless
And
I
then,
actually get to solve a murder, I don't want to be involved in some murder mystery shit.
yeah. Well, the cops kind of frown on that kind of shit if you actually try to solve
Yeah,
a real
well,
murder.
I mean, like a tag along type of thing. Not like, oh, I'm Batman. No. Hey, can I ride along today? And you guys are doing a murder? Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. I've been watching a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
Fucking love
The
that.
nicknames for Connecticut, the Constitution State, that is their official nickname. They are also known as the Nutmeg State, the Provisions State, and the Land of Steady Habits. It's,
What
I mean, steady as in like you're always doing it. I don't know,
was they doing?
masturbating.
I feel like, because we're on Connecticut, right?
Mhm.
I don't know shit about Connecticut, but right now, all I feel like is that it's loaded with meth.
With
And
meth.
yeah, like I don't know anything else about it. It's
I
not,
don't really know anything about Connecticut
no,
either, man.
there's 50 fucking states in this place,
Yeah,
and I could only think about three of them.
yeah. I don't
And one
know.
of them is that Florida has a crazy guy doing fucking everything.
Yeah, yeah. One
And
crazy
the other
guy.
two is California Sucks, and Nevada's pretty chill. But that's it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I
Like,
don't know anything about Connecticut. So this is our opportunity, man.
no,
The
I actually don't want to learn anything
Oh,
about
okay.
that.
Well then,
I wanted to stay meth land. Like, that's all I care about now.
well,
I don't want to know more.
uh, their motto is "He who transplanted still sustains." Okay.
What?
Yep. Connecticut was admitted to the Union January 9th, 1788. It was the fifth state.
Can we kick him
And
out?
what?
Can we kick him out?
No, no need to, dude. I'm
It's
sure
okay.
Connecticut's like important. I don't know. When I think of Connecticut, I think of like it's one of those eastern states. It's like northeast, and it's got like really nice like fall. That's what I think of. I think of like that, and like Maine and New Hampshire and all that kind of stuff. I kind of lump them into the same thing. But isn't Connecticut where like the fake like quahog or something? No, wait, that's
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Okay. All right. See, that's why I don't know anything about Connecticut, even the fake stuff. Um, Connecticut is a state in the New England region of the northeastern United States. It borders Rhode Island to the east, Massachusetts, and the north. Uh, oh, sorry. And Massachusetts is to the north, New York is to the west, and then Long Island is to the south. Its capital is Hartford, and it is most populous. Its most populous city is Bridgeport. It lies between major hubs of New York and Boston along the Northeast Corridor. Connecticut is the third smallest state by area after Rhode Island and Delaware, and the 29th most populous with more than 3.6 million residents, ranking it fourth among the most densely populated U.S. states. The state is named after the Connecticut River, the longest in New England, which roughly bisects the state and drains into the Long Island Sound between the towns of Old Saybrook and Old Lyme. The name of the river is in turn derived from anglicized spellings of Quintucket. All right. Which means long tidal river. There were Indians there before the white people came. So I mean that's pretty much the way it is. All everything.
Sounds funny.
Yeah. Connecticut is a developed and affluent state performing well on the Human Development Index and on different metrics of income except for equality.
Who?
All right. So, uh, Yale is in Connecticut. So that kind of gives you also an idea of what,
Tell me like that, like I have a chance. Like you're like, well, you could still go there.
no, but, but the fact that Yale's there and, uh, it's, it's affluent.
Oh.
That's a word that was used. And it's, and, and it's also, it scores high on human development index on different and on different metrics of income except for equality. So Connecticut is not known for its equality. So I'm pretty sure you cannot get a taco in Connecticut. Yeah, I'm not going.
I still might.
You still might.
I actually don't give a fuck, but I don't need tacos. Do good with them.
So
Was
here we go.
burger and a pancake. That's all I need in my. Pretty sure then white people come in.
Here we go. This is their race. Connecticut is 66.6 white. Very white. Hispanic or Latino, 17.3. So that's not that bad. African American, 11.4. Asian, 5.5. Native American, 1.1. Pacific Islander, 0.1. Then other, 2.1. So you might be able to get a taco in Connecticut. But it
Probably
is
not great.
it is mostly white. I mean, that's a pretty big chunk of people that are white. The climate, it is the hottest it gets is like the low 80s for in July, and then the lowest it gets in January is 18. So never freezing, never too hot. I mean, I guess that is freezing technically, but still, it's cold. I think it snows there. Pretty sure it snows there. The economy in Connecticut. Let's see. Connecticut's adjusted per capita personal income in 2022 was estimated at $77,940, third highest among states. There is a large disparity in income throughout the state. Connecticut was tied with California and Massachusetts for the second highest after New York. According to a 2018 study by Phoenix Marketing International, Connecticut had the third largest number of millionaires per capita in the United States, with a ratio of 7.75. I think that what is going on in Connecticut is a bunch of rich people they have a lot of fucking money and they're like, you know what, let's buy a house in Connecticut. So a lot of rich white people are just buying vacation homes in Connecticut. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Industries. Finance, insurance, real estate was Connecticut's largest industry in 2018. Major employers include the Hartford, which is a investment and insurance company. Travelers, which is also an insurance company. Harman International, it's an audio electronics company. It's a subsidiary of Samsung. And then you've got Cigna, which guess what? Healthcare and insurance. And then you got Aetna, which is a managed healthcare company. And Aetna, I think is Aetna. I think that's how you say it. CVS. Oh, it's Aetna is like a subsidiary of CVS. Mass Mutual, life insurance, People's United Financial, Bank of America. Yeah, so you get the idea. A lot of money there. A lot of money. So, um, yeah, so as small as Connecticut is, I think that they probably have a large hold on what happens in America. And on that note, I'm ready to move on to Delaware. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still sit on fuck.
What?
I still sit on fuck Connecticut.
Yeah. Actually, after learning something about Connecticut, I say fuck Connecticut as well. So,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
I say wait. I say, do you know how there's a hate towards Ohio?
Yeah.
Let's switch it up.
Switch it up.
Fuck
Yeah.
Connecticut.
What's wrong with Ohio? Fuck Connecticut.
I don't know. Nothing. Nothing.
I don't know either.
There's been some decent songs written about it. I think the only thing is probably more white people. But we'll learn. We'll learn here in a few episodes. How about that? All right, go on.
Yeah, and Art, why don't you like call us or text us and let us know, man,
Art, are
what
you
is
white?
wrong with
Sorry,
Ohio?
I don't think that's been Art. Love you.
What?
Huh? I said, Art, are you white? I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you. I love you.
Yeah, well, I say Art, go ahead and call us and then we can go ahead and play that during the Ohio episode. You can tell us what's really going on in Ohio. And if you're from any of these states and you listen, go ahead and call us and then let us know. Let us know what what
If you're from Connecticut, we're gonna block you.
No. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Think about it. I'll think about it. I'm trying to see here, like, what if we have any, um, if we have any listeners in Connecticut. I'm gonna look.
Probably not. Hopefully not.
I'm about to check.
Maybe after we title this episode "Fuck Connecticut."
I think so. Yeah, we could do that. Nobody's listening in Connecticut. You know why? Because they're all too rich and fancy to listen to this little show of ours. So fuck Connecticut. I think that'll be a good title for the show for this episode. Fuck Connecticut. Delaware.
Ooh.
Delaware has like a kind of a teal looking flag, and it's got like a couple of people. There's like a diamond, like a tan diamond in the middle with a couple of people and standing, and then there's some kind of, I don't know, animal on it. It's all right. It looks old fashioned. Things to do in Delaware: the Dewey Beach skiff rental. Holy fuck, that's expensive. That is $99,999 for 2 hours. That can't be right. That's got to be wrong. You could rent a double decker party pontoon. That is $579. And then you could go to the Bethany Beach Blitz. It's a scavenger hunt for $27. So that's some touristy things in Delaware. News in Delaware. I'm trying to see, and I don't see any news in Delaware. Here we go. 2-week deadline to cut DEI and federal slashings. Uncertainty looms over Delaware education. In Delaware County neighborhood, recent events align with neighbors' early beliefs of, I don't know, because I'm not clicking on this fucking thing. A Delaware bill would limit investor lawsuits as companies threaten to leave the state. Okay. So I guess people are wanting to leave Delaware. let's go ahead and see what's going on in Delaware or what Delaware is all about. Because I don't know anything about Delaware either. It's another one of those things like Connecticut. The nickname is the First State, the Small Wonder, the Blue Hen State, and the Diamond State. The motto is Liberty and Independence. And the Delaware became the first state in December 7th of 19 yes see December 1787 on the 7th. There you go. So that was the first state, was Delaware, which I didn't even think of that. When you think of Delaware, what do you think of? Did you think of it being the first state? Because I didn't.
No.
Yeah, me neither, because I don't know anything about Delaware. And I don't know enough about the states, or do I remember them, the order of which they became states. What do you think of when you think of Delaware?
Uh, the first gun ever invented.
Yeah, I
So
don't think so.
having to like puts because it's like one of the first states, right? So they had the war, they had the fight, shit. So it was like shitty gun.
I think guns that were invented before that, but when I think of Delaware, I think it is a weird name for a state. I think of Delaware, I think of underwear, and that's all I
It's like
think
there's
about.
so many of these that we don't.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
I don't know anything. I don't know shit about it. Delaware is a
That
state
we don't need. Like,
that we
let's
don't
get rid of
need.
these.
I know. That's why I opened up that other episode with that guy talking about states we don't need. Delaware is a
He
state
was
in the.
right.
He is right. It is a state in the Mid-Atlantic and South Atlantic regions of the United States. It borders Maryland and Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and it borders the Atlantic Ocean. The state's name derives from the adjacent Delaware Bay, which in turn was named after Thomas West, 3rd Baron de la Warr, an English nobleman and the colony of Virginia's first colonial era governor. So Delaware was named after their first colonial governor. Delaware occupies the northeastern portion of the Delmarva Peninsula and some islands and territory within the Delaware River. It is the second smallest and sixth least populous state, but also the sixth most densely populated. Delaware's most populous city is Wilmington, and the state's capital is Dover, second most populous city in Delaware. The state is divided into 3 counties, the fewest number of counties of any of the 50 U.S. states. Since the turn of the 20th century, Delaware has become an onshore corporate haven whose corporate laws are deemed appealing to corporations. Over half of all New York Stock Exchange listed corporations and over 3/5 of the Fortune 500 are legally incorporated in Delaware. Over 90% of all US based companies that went public in 2021 incorporated themselves in Delaware. So it sounds to me like they're up to some sketchy ass shit. Their slogan is "It's good being first." That's their slogan. Uh, shit. They don't have much as far as the climate, but their all-time high was 110, and that was recorded in 1930. The all-time low was negative 17, which was recorded in 1893. And I imagine that it gets kind of cold there, but not too cold. The population is 60.4% white, 22.1% black, 4.3% Asian, 0.5 native, and then other races, you got 4.9. So it's mostly white and black, and you cannot get a taco there. The state's largest employers are the government, and then you've got education, like the University of Delaware and a technical community college. Also, banking, and then you've got chemical, pharmaceutical, and technology. So, like DuPont is there. You've got healthcare, and then there's some farming, specifically chicken farming. You got Purdue Farms, which is there. And then you have your retail, like Walmart, Walgreens. And industrial wise, it has been on a decline. In late 2015, DuPont announced that 1,700 employees, nearly a third of its footprint in Delaware, would be laid off. And that was a merger of DuPont with somebody else, and Dow Chemicals into Dow DuPont. So, yeah. So Dow Chemicals and DuPont are one company, and that's why they let off a bunch of people. So, so I mean, there's a lot of history there, of course, because it's the first state, but there's a lot of white people. So you can't get a taco. I'm gonna say, man, like, I mean, I think that's pretty much for me,
a lot of
honkies. For me, I gotta say, like, can I get a taco? Like, that's important, Can I get a taco? That's an important thing to me. And
I get a decent bowl of Chinese food. That's
yeah,
not
yeah. I want my ramen. Can I get it? Or do I have to buy the shitty top ramen that is in the store?
But you can make better, but it's like, you have to put the effort.
Yeah, you can make it better, but I mean, still, the noodles itself are not that great. It's better to get legit, real ramen. And I want to get legit, real ramen from somebody who knows what they're fucking doing.
Legit, real ramen dude.
I don't want some fucking white kid named Cody who's a trust fund kid, but his parents are like, yeah, you need to work for the summer so you can go ahead and get that Jaguar that we promised you. I don't want that. I want somebody whose name I can't pronounce to be making my ramen. That's what I'm saying. A lot of white people there in Delaware, and it's a lot of corporations too. I think that's some bullshit. So, anyways, oh fuck, man. I just scrolled down and I saw a picture of President Biden. Ugh. He was a senator in Delaware from 73 to 09, so that says a lot. Okay, let's move on from Delaware.
Go to the only place that truly doesn't matter.
Delaware? Yeah. All right.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna say we stop here on this next state because this state is
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
what?
That's what I was trying to get at. We're ending it on a low point.
No, I say we
Super
end it.
low.
We end it on the next state, or we could start it because the next state is Florida.
Same.
What?
It's the shit. It's our low point.
What's our low point? Okay,
World, man.
we
Yeah,
could end it on Delaware. That's fine. That's fine.
trying to say Florida shit, bro.
Oh, on
So it's
Florida?
not as bad as Connecticut.
No, Connecticut and Delaware suck. In fact, yeah, and we don't have listeners in either of them, so they could go fuck themselves. But Florida, I don't know, man. Florida's an interesting place. I say we start on Florida next time.
All right.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I mean, Florida's interesting. And when I get to news about Florida, I'm sure there's a bunch of shit. So we could do a whole 30 minutes on Florida man stuff.
Florida.
Besides,
Florida man, it was penis to peanut.
what? Florida man.
No, that's good.
Florida man ships a box of feces to Connecticut president or something. I don't know. Yeah, Connecticut governor, mayor.
Governor?
Yeah. I don't know. Governor. That's right. Anyways, I say we go ahead and we stop it here. That I think that's a good idea. So, all right, that'll be good. I'm gonna play the horns. Do you have anything that you want to add to our states that we were talking about?
Yeah, fuck Connecticut.
Fuck Connecticut. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Start number 1.
All right. Well, we didn't get as far as I wanted to, but I'm cool with starting with Florida for the next episode. Yeah. And yeah, man, Delaware and Connecticut really suck.
Yeah, fuck this place. Not the vibe.
No. I mean, yeah, I mean, I would love for people to, chime in and say, hey, they're not that bad. But, I think they're that bad. I really don't. I really don't like the fact that like 90% of the corporations are incorporated in Delaware. Like that, to me, like that doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't sit right. Yeah. My conspiratorial mind does not like that. So, hey, I've been listening to what is your opinion on reincarnation?
Here, there, like, I feel like, because I think I was telling you a while back, I kind of feel like it hangs on like a lot of people's beliefs. So like, if it's something that you believe, then more than likely it's something that does happen. But at the same time, I think that it's because it can't be one for one. I feel like you can't die and your soul gets put in one person's body. I feel like your soul with multiple different experiences throughout your whole life, like possibly like maybe like an 80-year-old soul could be divided into like a few different souls, maybe like 4 or 5, you know? Like let's say like every 20 years is its own like soul.
Okay.
So or own portion. So that would create like 4 different souls going into different bodies. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I would think like it's collective. So it has to be like say in the sky, like there's heaven, right? But also the people that believe in reincarnation, there'd be like some type of box that all of your souls go into. And when it gets splits up and put into other bodies, it kind of merges with other people. And
Okay.
that's where I was talking to you before about I think that's where this I like feeling comes from,
Yeah.
because
Well,
there's people that have this feeling of like I don't feel like I'm in my body,
yeah.
and I feel like that's like a oh, it might be your soul, like maybe your soul really feels like that. So I don't like because I don't know, feelings come from your brain, right? So but like there's like a different way of understanding it when you like feel like it's
Yeah.
from your depths, not necessarily like your heart or your brain, but just like your body. So if you're feeling like you're not you, maybe it's because you have a different soul or multiple like souls like with you. So
Okay.
expressing it is like hard
Yeah.
as fuck.
Okay. I get that.
So that's why I don't really care for the trans like uh male women thing. But if it's all of your feeling and you're trying to put it out there, I'll respect the hell out of it. But
Yeah.
I don't really like the whole idea of like putting them on a pedestal of especially like the whole drag queens reading stories to kids. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But I don't
I
care
don't see the
about
point.
an 18-year-old making their own decision.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
agree
don't
with
care,
you there. Yeah.
you know? So
Um.
it's just a weird gray line
Yeah.
on that front. But reincarnation, I feel like it's a whole other fucking thing, man. But why?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, no, because so I've been listening to a audiobook,
Mhm.
and it's called Many Lives, Many Masters. What the fuck is it called? Hold on a second. Let me pull up my audiobook shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Many Lives, Many Masters, and it was basically a guy that was um, it's about a woman that is it's her documents a doctor that was documenting her um this woman's like past lives and shit, but like listening to it and some of the stuff that she was talking about is some of the stuff that like Mitch talks about. And I started thinking about it. Um what if like Mitch, as far as like souls go, right? What if Mitch is
Uh-huh.
at the end, right? Like his soul, his spirit has finally figured out all of the things that he needs to learn, and um and then like the knowledge that Mitch has, like that's all knowledge that needs to be shared. And I'm like, man, I really want to talk to him. I want to get that shit like recorded, you know?
Uh-huh.
He did say that he is up for recording. He just doesn't want any visual stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I mean,
I've got to I got to sit down and talk with him. I think it's important. And
yeah, dude.
the bad thing is that you know how Mitch is and how he goes on rants. So it's like it's like I really got to make sure that we kind of like I
Stay
stay on top.
concise.
Yeah, stay on topic, but I mean, yeah, it's just super interesting, some of the stuff that he has to say, and I think it's like important stuff, whether people believe it or not, but it's still super
Yeah.
interesting. But
Yeah,
there's a
no, very much. I always thought so.
yeah. If I do talk to him, do you want to be there for it, or do you want to like be in on it at
Mm,
all?
I was thinking about it even right now as you were saying that, and I feel like I'd be a distraction.
Okay.
So I'd really just like to sit there, but at the same time, I would feel like I would have too many questions. So as
Okay.
he would go on, I feel like I'd interrupt. So I'd rather hear the end of it or hear the final product.
Okay.
But
Well,
yeah, it's just 'cause I always liked hearing him talk and keeping the conversation going.
yeah.
But with like me and you there, it'd probably be a little too much, and I'd keep throwing
Um
wrenches. You know?
well, I mean, what we could do is I could get him on, and then and then like you can listen to it, and then whatever questions you might have, like write it down, and then we can have him on again, and then he can answer
Yeah.
some of those questions. So,
Okay.
um,
Yeah, as long as it works out for him, because I know
yeah,
he's a very personal or like to himself.
yeah, yeah. So we'll have to.
What's his living situation now? Do you know? Because
Um,
I mean, I know the last time we talked about him, you said he moved out of Boston. So
oh yeah, but he was living with a dude named Ernie, and then not Ernie, fuck, what's his name? Now I
right.
forgot his name. But he moved out of there now, so I can't remember where he's at. I think he's renting an apartment, but he has a trailer too, so he tries to live. I think he's trying to get a place where he can just live out of his trailer. So I'm not sure, but I'll find out, and then um try to get him on the show. Um Also, I mean, if I do, then I might need to get that mic from you. If it's me and him in person. If not, I might just like have him call me on the phone. But at the same
Okay.
time,
Yeah, just let me know.
I don't know if he'll want to talk on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I'll text him and find out, and then um yeah, I'll let you know. Uh
Okay.
or maybe I can just find another, like, a cheap mic and all that stuff, so I can just do that. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. No worries. Because we could meet up and
Yeah.
I could give it to you a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah. Anyway, so okay, well, yeah, that's cool. When do you wanna go ahead and get together again?
Uh, I mean, sometime next week. Let me just the only thing. Well, yeah, because we have another week for this month, and then on the March. But I ain't doing shit throughout the week, dude. So just sometime next week, I'm good.
Okay. All
What are
right,
you?
cool.
Are you done with the schooling?
Yeah, I'm done with the schooling, and I should be getting my license pretty soon. So then I can start applying for jobs. So once we do that, then I'll have to start recording, like, either at night or on the weekends, but I know you're busy on the weekends, so we'll have to try to schedule it at night. Um, so probably like probably I would say like in the middle of the week. So then that, because I know, like, if you have a big like thing like you did this weekend, you're gonna be pretty spent. So like I feel like
Yeah.
Wednesdays will be good days to record, and then um
Yeah.
you know
Yeah. Wednesday's fine. Wednesdays are good.
okay,
Because it's like the middle of the week.
yeah,
Thursday and Friday. Like, I mean, today's not bad because I'm going to Escondido this weekend. I don't know
uh-huh.
if you know where that's at.
I'm
Um,
kind of aware, but yeah,
yeah, it's like right before San Diego.
yeah,
But I have a little booth set up over there with a friend, and I've been going just every once in a while.
hmm,
But I'm gonna go this weekend to work it, see if I can make like a good chunk of cash, and then to make it like make more sense to keep on going over there, you know.
yeah,
So just wanted to do that. And then besides that, I'm not doing anything else this month besides that trip or like that booth. So I mean,
okay,
not gonna be too spent for like Monday or anything like that.
okay,
So maybe Mondays are pretty good too. But I'll definitely keep you in the loop if I'm gonna go on like a because my next one like that type of trip might be like Lompoc, but in like May, I think.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Okay. All
All
right.
right, cool.
Yeah. So, but as far as like next week goes, do you want to just plan it for Wednesday then?
Yeah,